Hello and welcome back to a new episode here. This is part one of my 250 subscriber special, and what I'll be doing today is a tips and tricks / guided playthrough. So I'm just going to go over everything that I've learned. So I have about 85-90 hours at this point. So for any people coming to the game fresh or are interested in some of these tips, stay tuned. So the run is going to be, I'm just going to go through a run explaining certain interactions, some strategies that I use, and tips as I go along. First thing I'm going to start off with is just the base here. So you have two types of currency. The first is these purple gems, and this is where you're going to get upgrades. So take a second to look here, and just as you play, you can add them up. You can reset them at no cost. So if you're not fully maxed out yet, you can choose which ones you want to pick and go with those. So you have wand slots. That's over here. Start of the game, you start with one. It just allows you to put together more combinations. How many spells you can hold, what money you start with, max HP. And then in coin rooms, you get more relics, you get a higher rarity chance. And yeah, these are all pretty self-explanatory. Next up is the, I'll just call it, the blood in the bottom left here. These are going to be different upgrades. So this is the newest addition to the game. There's a lot coming up, but they're just bonuses that you can activate here. Actually, I don't know if you can unactivate them, but this gives you an option to pick spells instead of it being random. You get different spells here, more spells here, more spells here. These are new. Down here we can pick a character. So this is actually going to be the purple currency. So this character typically starts off with 3. Each upgrade you get an extra magic bullet. Here you get this level 1 to start up to level 3. Same here. The summoner starts at level 1 up to level 3. And the dash, this he gets this upgraded at the end. I forget what the other progression is. But yeah, we have the dash set. I'm going to play with the dash set because there's certain strategies I want to show you in regards to lightning dash. This person has nothing yet. Up here, the old man, the study, that uses the blood one here as well. And these are just bonuses you'll see in your run. A new path to heal yourself. The Monsterpedia, which is here, lets you know what you're fighting. We got all the bosses. Spells. So once you Actually, I'll touch on that in a second. Yeah, these are just bonuses. I'll kind of show them off as we go. So the Reforge. Anyways, we'll get through all of that. Over to the right here, we have the training room. This has leaderboards, so you could see playing your friends. For your own runs, you can go back and see how it went. And talk over here. So yeah, the training room. As you unlock things, you'll see them here. So this is where you can do the majority of you can do as much testing as you want. And if you're new to the game, I suggest once you, play through, have some of these unlocked, come in here and see their interactions. I'll be highlighting the ones that I get during the run. There's a lot of combinations. And you can upgrade spells into different strengths, which you see here. And as you unlock those, you can test those as well. But once you get the base, which is really easy to get, just by playing, and when you go through your rerolls and all that, you'll unlock these pretty quick, and you can test everything out. Same thing for wands. You'll see these during your runs, and once you unlock them, you can get them here. Lots of stuff to play around with, but don't have time for that. So we'll just get into our run. And I'll just be describing, I guess, my thought process as I go through. I'll start, well, here you have how to play the game. Movement tab is backpack up here. And here, so we start off with tracking. So effects, all shootable skills to the right. Spell projectile speed +1, duration +1. Spells now follow your cursor. We have, damage, crit, effect radius. So so upon completion, trigger an explosion and dispel most enemy spells within 2.5% effect radius. So at the end, it's going to blow up a little bit, and the effect radius is that range. And invincible while casting. So if you put these together, tracking the mouse and lightning dash, you get this. Right? So I'm lightning, and it follows my mouse. Okay, first spell here, though this first room always just gives you a spell. Duet, this is new. I'll leave this up here for a second. Basically, it takes 20% of the left spell damage to the right spell damage. So we can't use it here, we only have 3 slots. This isn't a spell, put that back. My strategy early, if you're newer, you can start with health. I already have a bunch from the meta progression, so I think I'm safe, so I'll take spells. This way, I can work on building, myself better. Yeah, so as you see, when I come out of that dash, I can take damage. So something to be wary of. Pits, if you fall in these, you will take damage. I can go on it with lightning dash, but if it ends on top, I'll fall through. Next, so first, I guess tip, destroy barrels. They have a chance to drop money. Okay, we have a rare here, so let's take Meteor and this. So this is a summon. There's a few different summons. You can see all the stats you need are basically on the spell. And when we add modifiers, it'll show up here. So yeah, we can get... Actually, something I don't know. Try this. So if I do this, effectively I should give 20% of this damage to him. And he already does 16, crit rate 40. I'm actually not sure if this works. It does. So theoretically he should get 20% of the damage. Who knows if that works. I can take him... So yeah, there's still lots to learn in this game. So I can take him off. And he'll still be here until he dies. Meteor, I'm going to keep this. And I will kind of describe this a little bit later. So now we have a choice. Relics or more spells. Let's take a relic here just because it's the start. I'm kind of showing this off at the start. But I would, normally I would go spells to get those as fast as possible. But let's just take a relic here just for description purpose here. So now my spider is going to fight stuff on his own. And as always, you can hit these barrels, didn't get anything there. We get 3 options. I'm not sure if you always get 3, I think that's something I have unlocked. Those spells can penetrate through walls, increase crit damage, and no longer slow down while casting spells. Usually I'm gonna take this. I want to take this because of some tricks that I might want to highlight. I start with 60 gold. Gold is used for everything in the run here. I'm going to grab some more spells. I find it really good to try and get a good amount of spells to start, so you can get something strong. The rest of your run is easier. So let's grab a couple more here. Always look around. There's sometimes hidden chests, and always hit the barrels. Okay, let's grab 1 and 2. So now we have 2. If you have 3, you can combine them into the next level. We're going to get money now, because money is important for a lot of the run. These enemies, they drop butterflies when they die. Smash the barrels, nothing there. Good. We will get to this room eventually, but we have nothing to combine yet. Let's just keep going and get some spells. So these, when you walk over them, they will throw spikes at you. Until the room is completed, then they're deactivated. Let's grab those two. I'm just going to highlight these quickly, just so you could read them. You can pause the video if you need to. Okay, spike chests, they take 10 health to open. Oh, there we go. We got our... Oh, this is really good. So every time we walk into a room, we'll get 15 shield. But it's temporary, so that just means it only lasts for the room you're in. Okay, let's go fight a boss. So each level has has an elite and an actual boss. They drop meta progression and some hearts. The first elite you fight will always give you a wand. Gives you two options depending on what your build is. You know, you can pick different stuff. I will take this one because it has more slots, and more slots means you can put more stuff together. Okay, I am going to do a little combination here. So with dash, I am invincible, and then it ends. So 20% of that damage is going to go to this. So what you can do, what I'll do is I'm going to put a thunderstorm here. So now, as I go, at the end of it, boom. And it is following my mouse. It moves really slow because it's of the spell. And here I have regen. One thing to note, so you're casting both these now. So it is a little bit more mana because it's 30 and 23. But yeah, now we have this spell. I'm going to grab more money because, you know, it's always important. Smack these barrels, smack the enemies. So poison on the ground, it won't affect me while I'm zooming around, but if I stand on it, I will take damage. Okay, now one option here, it's a relic. We can just look around quickly, see if anything is here, and there's not. Yeah, you'll just see a variety of enemies. Those, as you play, you'll learn their patterns. Okay, we got a key drop here. It's kind of random. The other way to get keys are in the shops and chests. These are cursed chests. You can open them to see what you get, but you'll take this curse. You can get rid of curses in a variety of ways. I don't like taking them unless I'm doing like a certain run where I want them. This one, it'll change over time. This one here, you cannot attack within 2 seconds after taking damage. So they'll explain it clearly. And you'll see your curses right beside your money down here. Now we'll take another relic here. All good options. The descriptions are great, so you can just read them. These two combo a bit, because you have a chance to get another potion every time you use one. Every time you use a potion, you get a bonus. I'm going to go here, 8% chance to drop a coin when an enemy's killed. It's just a slow way to get a couple extra bucks. And we have a good amount of money. Let's pick up some more spells. We still have yet to see a shop. Yeah, lots of different rooms. Okay. I will take this and this, but just while it's here, it's another summon, but instead of being a permanent summon, it only lasts 20 seconds. Save that. Now we're going to resummon our spider. We'll go here, Troll Serum, so it's going to give it more HP and HP recovery. This is going to connect me to it, and you'll see the cord. So now if an enemy is on this cord, it takes 20 DPS. We could go here to heal and to remove curses. So that room, that's what that room is good for. And when you go in here, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is unlocked. If you have a bunch of curses, I would suggest using this to take them away. It costs health. And then you come over here and restore up to 80%. Let's go for some more coins. So I haven't seen anything at the moment that needs a certain strategy. But one thing I will say, always keep 1 to 2 keys on you, because there are secret side rooms. Well, they're not secret, they're side rooms that give good bonuses. So if you see a chest, you may be tempted, but I would always keep 1 to 2 keys. Okay, we have a first shop here. So my strategy is takes money and spells, and then on your first shop, grab keys. So here we have the shop. So you get, this is always a wand slot, these 3 are always spells. Sometimes, if it's a rare, we'll get to the reroll in a second. So we have 2 rare slots here and 1 common slot. And then these are just items that'll change on rerolls. So if you buy something, buy that, then it's gone, it won't be rerolled. But so this is a rare, that's a common. This is unlocked by progression. If we use it, it's always going to be a rare and a common. So it always stays in its class. And we have keys down here. You can do this a certain amount of times. It depends on your progression in the game. 2 keys here. It's 1 gold cheaper to buy the double. A regular key is 6. Sometimes if you're lucky, they'll be on sale. But that just depends. And I'm just going to buy stuff that either pairs or helps me out. So this one we just picked up. It imitates a spell to the right. I can go here, and now I have it copies it. It does it. This one is a level 2 spell because it has the star. A level 1 cube won't copy the star. So power attraction here, it adds crit, and it if you crit, it does the same damage to one other enemy within 7 meters. So here we have a 70 crit rate, so that's a great addition. There's a coin down here. Let's move on to the witchwork. Oh yeah, in these rooms, clear all the little trees. They can drop gold. So we have 2 options here. If we had 3 of a spell, you could combine it. But over here, we could re-roll. So if I'm not going to use butterfly, it costs 2. And we can roll into something we want. Rare spells cost 3. And there's different prices for strength of spells. And yeah, it goes anywhere from 2 to 4. If you have an epic spell, it could cost like 30 gold. Hopefully we get an epic spell on this run to show you. So I'm going to try and get a combination here. Okay, we got 2 of those. Let's see if we can get 3. 3, okay. Once we have 3 of them, in this case duet, combine, and now it's enhanced. Now it'll take 40% of the damage from the left over to the right. These guys, you can check your DPS. So it's just a good way to see where you're at. don't really need that. We can, okay, yeah. So we don't need the regen because we're not using very much mana at the moment. So we're gonna imitate this. So it's gonna bring our crit to 80. One thing to note, when you're using Duet, because casting this spell automatically involves this spell, so you're gonna see 50 mana go away. So it doesn't use one then the other, it'll take it as, think of it as one spell. There's some different interactions with the other spells, but we'll just talk about what we get in this run. Okay, so here's our first boss. You gotta walk up to it. And let's go. So there's different varieties. So we're just gonna smack them. Oops. So he is, you know, poison based. He is either gonna throw boulders at you, but since I have a summon that he's been hit with it, he's gonna drop poison on the ground. Just kind of jumps up and down. He has another one as well. So see if I'll get him to do it. He may die. But yeah, the other one he does is he'll go around dropping poison. So you just gotta run away. This is where you get the blood and more currency. And this one is going to be a wand as well. Oh, this is fun. I'll take it. So I'll talk about it now. So these two spells, as they'll say at the bottom, deal indiscriminate damage. So that means it'll not only hit the enemies, but it'll hit you. So I'm not going to do it, but if you were to drop one of these on you, you'd take a bunch of damage. But now, if I'm using this wand, it's reduced to 1%. So it's a 65 damage. If I hit myself, it would really take me out. But now it'll only do 6.5. Wait, 1%. It'll do 0.65? Yeah, so basically it brings it down to nothing. We could use it, we'll just leave it for now. Another thing, so MP cost times 70, so that lowers the mana. It's times 70%, right? And then final damage is also going to be lower. So final damage is the damage after all the calculations have been done. And since we didn't actually take damage on this boss, it unlocks these, I guess, sacrifice rooms, where you get different options, and they cost health. One major trick, there's a potion that will discount all items. It will also discount these, so it will cost less health. We'll read these. All wand slots +1, so it'll add an extra slot on everything. 25% chance to replicate the spell in a random direction. So it's basically 25% chance to cast the spell twice. This one costs a lot of health, but it gives you 20 shield. Permanent shield. This one's temporary. Permanent is purple. And grants 1 point of shield for every 3 units killed. So theoretically, you could really build up that shield. And this one's really, its main purpose is when fighting bosses to get these side rooms, you want shield. Taking shield damage doesn't count as health damage. So you have lots of shield, odds are you're going to get one of these every time. I am just going to go with slots. And I'm a little low, so I'm going to play it a little safer. But you could play it as risky as you want. Okay, that is stage 1. Let's go to stage 2. So there's going to be some different strategies coming in for this stage. We did not see a side room yet, but let's continue. So you'll see... Oh, okay. So these enemies, when you hit them and their shell is closed, they will basically shoot the spell back at you. Certain spells get affected. Yeah, so I am actually very close to dying. Take a relic here. 20% damage. This will show enemies' HP. They'll have HP bars. This one is temporary shield for every 3 enemies killed. Now in these rooms you want to hit the... Oops, I swapped wands by accident. That could have been bad. Yeah, you want to break the boxes. Oh, even when they are dead, they can still reflect. Okay, I have 3 health. Let's go to the magic shop. I could take the health room, but I'm taking this one because I want to pick up shielding. Alright, so just a variety of spells here. Echo. You can pause and read. Tracking, so spells track. I am just going to look for a bit of health. I'll take another one of these. And give me the health. Just to survive a little bit. Oh, there's a third, okay. So now I have 3 mimics. Actually, what I'll do, mimic again. So you can stack them and copy stuff like this. Get back to full health here. So now crit 85, and they're going to be zapping every time I crit. Okay, let's continue to get some money. Might as well clear you. And the amount of times you could use it depends on your progression. Okay, we finally got ourselves a side room here. Got 3 keys, but I still want to hang on to them. Okay, yeah, so we can use the key to get through here into the side room. And actually... Oh, okay. I was wondering if that's possible. So because of this, I can spells penetrate through walls. So technically I can go through it, but they fixed that. Or I don't know if it ever existed. Okay, we got our first potion here as well. Let's go in. So this one, it's just a guessing game. You just pick the right ones to make it through. So you can just basically trial by error. Or, since I have lightning dash, that's why I started with it. It's really good. You can do this. And you're done. So these will just give strong spells. So let's put freeze onto our spider. He will now freeze enemies. Keep going. We could use some spells. Okay, as always, we'll just break everything. So the potion, you can hold, I believe holding more of them is progression as well. But yeah, so it'll transform 20% of my HP into coins. So 20% is 60. I don't have much, so it won't give me much money. So I'll take this because that makes 3. And I'll take this one as well. So if I put that here, okay, I'll take this off. So now this wand has a 30% chance to cast this spell. So I took this off so I can cast Thunderstorm. So if I'm casting here, oh, so that was a 30% chance. Do it again, do it again. Oh, there we go. So if you're shooting really fast over here, you could have a whole other spell shooting. And yeah. Don't want that because I don't want to hurt myself. Okay, let's go to money. Break these. Let's go spells so I can really show you, I guess, potential of using all your wands. I have 2 keys. I could open this, but I'm just gonna go spells. I'm gonna hold on to them. I'll just grab those. Okay, so accuracy, it'll add crit rate and subtract scatter. So what scatter is, I'll just put this here. This doesn't have any scatter. So if my mouse is here, yeah, so if I have my mouse here and I shoot, the ball will go to, that direction. Scatter, depending on how big it is, it just means it could either be in, it's just the range. So if I have a really, really high scatter, I could click here and it could go up that way. So that's scatter, this will reduce it. You can put this here. And this will just go off every now and then. Okay, let's just continue. I'll let my spider fight him. Oh. Okay, this one will just upgrade one of these at random. So I'm going to take it because we have some good ones. Knockback, and we've already kind of seen that one. So now we get 30 temporary shield every time we go in a room. Another thing to mention, I probably should have covered this earlier, but the wand stats, you have how much mana it has, how much it regens. Fire interval is the speed between spells. So if you had a bunch of basic spells here, it'll be 0.12 to go from this one to this one to this one to this one. Cooldown is once you go through the wand, it's circling back around. So you'll see it with lightning dash. So 0.24. Actually, maybe I'll show it. I'll show it here. So fire interval, 0.12. So it's going to shoot this one, then this one very quick. But now there's going to be a 0.65 delay between coming through it again. So 1-2 quick, and then this is 0.24 to kind of loop back around. That's how that works. Okay, now we have the second stage elite. This one is going to drop spells, not wands. Okay, yeah, this guy kind of captures your spells. So I'm going to play a little safe here. I'm actually going to probably switch spells. You just want to dodge. I'm going to... Okay, he shot that at me. I took damage. How do I want to fight this guy? Let's just go with this, I guess. So I just want to hit him when he is not doing that circle. Yeah, so he'll capture that. Oops, I just walked into damage. Okay, I'm just going to try and get rid of him here before I die. Yikes, okay. So you'll see here we got a upgraded spell. And so let's go. I'm actually going to skip this, but it'll give you more wand slots for less damage. Okay, and I'm going to make a whole new spell. Let's try it like this. Okay, let me go through the thought process of the new one. I'm picking this wand only because it has an extra slot. So we have our spell is going to be tracking. This is going to give us a little bit more regen. This is going to give us crit and less scatter. Now when we do crit, it'll go to an enemy nearby. The spell is going to be a ball that duets into lightning. So what this looks like is I'll shoot the ball, it follows my mouse. When it ends, it comes lightning. So it's a good way to kind of combo the damage here. It does cost a lot of mana, as you can see bottom left as I spam it. But that's the trade-off. Okay, let's go to the shop, see what we can pick up. Let's buy this guy, so it's on sale. That's nice. So with him, you'll see this wand going around. He is like his own person, really. Let's actually give him some regen here. By giving him a lot of regen, he's going to be able to cast this very quickly. So once he gets in range, boom, 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 he's casting as much as he can. And then he'll recast every time he gets 23 mana. Leg wire, that's a good one to take. What leg wire is, cast the first suitable spell on the right for a lower cost. So now, if I add this on, you'll see leg wire go, and then when it hits, it'll release the snowball and the dash pretty much instantaneously. So our DPS here is getting a little bit better, not too good, and we're low on mana. Let's take a second one of these and go right to the Witchwork. You could keep rolling. I think I've got what I need. Let's look to see if we can combine anything. 3 of these. 3 of these. So now this will copy, so if it has a star, it'll copy it as well. What I like to do is roll, I'm not using this, but it's a star, so now it costs 3, but we could roll it into, say that. Now we have a better ball here. Okay, now we just gotta find something else. Let's roll. Go. I don't. Let's. No. Let's use leg wire. That's actually pretty good. Okay. Let's roll this one. Not really using it. Okay, nice. 3. So we could copy this. So now they're both upgraded. So you have 95 and 115. So these are critting pretty much every time. I'll show you what this does. So it's the same idea as Duet, but now this ball is going to send out 4 of these. If I shoot at the wall here, oh, I have piercing, I gotta hit something. Boom! Now there's 4 in here. Actually might be better to use that. No, I'm going to stick with Duet. So this snowball does 96 damage. It's going to give nearly half. So let's just say 30, 35 to this. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. Those enemies blow up, clearly. Oh. I hit one of those guys. So here's another thing that you could remove curses at. Cost 10 health. Alright, my power just went out, so we're back in. Let's continue. Okay, one option here. I mean, the shop kind of must... I forget if it was a shop, but interesting. I guess it glitched out a little bit. Let's keep going. Okay, perfect. I found what I was looking for here. Okay, next tip. Oh, it's gone already. Okay, so there was a crate like this, but it had steel bars around it. And it can be broken by certain spells. So a meteor, anything with indiscriminate damage could do it. And it must have been either the ball or lightning dash that broke it as well. Yeah, got health out of it. Nice. Oh, these guys gotta watch out for. Oh, yeah, that guy just... It was this thing that just threw that back at me. And then look at this mouse tracking, just bring it right around. Boom, bada bang. Let's grab this. And I guess one of these. Let's just keep it as we go. Okay, so this one, it's a little confusing. How can I show it? We'll see, we might need some different thing. Actually. Okay, overload scatter. Let me do a little test here. Yeah, so salvo is how many spells in a row it'll shoot at once. So if I didn't have this, I would be shooting the rocket ball and then lightning. If you have anything with salvo, so I can have 5 spells that'll all shoot at once. So like it's just doing, oops, I'm on the wrong one here. So yeah, it's shooting both at the same time, but it gives you lots of scatter. Okay, let's just keep going here. Oh yeah, so yeah, those enemies have butterflies that will basically follow you around, so you just gotta be wary. Okay, this is good for shield, good for healing. This is a rare reduced movement speed. Increase if you're not taking damage. You'll be really quick until you get hit. Let's go for more shielding. And money. Oh, I want to get out of here. Ooh, hello, lots of enemies. Yeah, we're pretty strong. Yeah, okay, yeah, that metal crate, so the dash can break him as well. Yeah, we got 100 gold. Let's go check out the shop. And as always, just clearing out everything. grab a Thunder Core. So 25% chance to deal an additional 100 damage to all enemies close by. That's a good one to take. We'll take the keys as well. We could buy a new wand here, but see what else we get. So this is an interesting wand. If you're holding it, you have really bad regen, but if you have it, say, actually I'm going to buy it. So if I'm using it, you'll see the regen is 3.8. But if I'm not using it, it's 28.5. If I hold it, this one is 18 regen. If I take off, oh yeah, like there we go. So this one's really good to put a guy on it, or one of these, because you're not technically holding it. .8. Yeah, and this guy, he only gets 40% regen, so it goes from 28 to 11. So it's a good thing to have. You can even add that, and now we're all the way up to 15, instead of it being 7. So he's really good to have a buddy on. And let's see if I can just find a random spell. I'll take this as well. I'll show you multi-shot in a second here. I didn't get what I wanted. Okay, so multi-shot, it just doubles everything. So if I go like this, now I'm shooting 2, and I get 2 of everything. It costs more mana though. Now you can see our DPS is getting up there. And let's keep going, grab some more spells. Okay, we got another secret room over here. So that's where we keep our keys. Let's grab this and this. Okay, we're coming up to the boss as well. Okay, so easy tip here. Put your dash on a wand, and let's go through. We can have you cast this. So now he is going to be casting this Disruption Ray, which does 144 DPS. Let's give you that. And penetration. And let's double up that. Okay, so this boss has 2 phases. He's going to drop a wand. And he's pretty tough. So let's go fight him. As long as we don't take damage to our health, we'll get the bonus room, but we're super low health, so we might not really be able to. The damage is really good, so it doesn't look like too much of an issue. That's the first phase. And the second phase... That's one of them. Oops, he landed right on me. I took a bunch of damage. And this is his second option. Circles. And he should be dead soon. Oops, stay out of that. Right on. We made it. So I like to switch to a wand I'm not using before opening it. Alright, interesting. We'll take this, because we have each of these, so we now have 3 of each. So we can combine those and roll. Let's swap that. Okay. Yeah, so we can't really afford anything, or else we'll end up hurting ourselves too much. So storage wand, it has 0 interval and cooldown. So if you say I gave it a bunch of regen and I put on butterflies, it'll go really quick until we're out of mana. So if you get a lot of regen and you have a lot of space on it, you could get incredibly fast casting. Let's go to the 3rd stage. So yeah, it's basically going to be the same idea, just keep going, staying alive. Let's go spells. Oops, I should use my wand. Variety of enemies here. My damage is okay. I wouldn't say it's great for this stage. Go here. Another potion. Yeah, enemies just gotta kind of figure out as you go. Oh yeah, and on the 3rd stage, you'll see that it links, each side links up. So if I go up through the top here, I'll come out the bottom. If I go through the bottom, I come out on top. So I can use that to my advantage going around. Let's bring our crit damage up. And here, it'll take the shield always before health. So that one was really useful. Let's get some more money, and then I'll kind of, at the next witchwork room where we can combine stuff, I will try and make a better spell. There we go. Okay, let's go in here and let's go through our options and I'll see what I can do. Okay, we got, so these are random unless you have a certain item, but you can go in here. I'll just clear everything out as always. So you can combine 4 normals or 4 rares to get an upgraded version. Let's go normal, normal, normal. I guess we'll throw one of these in there. And we can fuse them. You can only use this one time. So fuse, and we get upgraded. Now this is the fun part. Let's combine everything to upgraded spells. And now we're trying to make a super strong combination. So it would be nice if we get another one of these. Let's start rolling our rares. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. Let's roll this. More damage. Do you have any more rares? Not really. Nothing that we can roll. Okay, so we're on the, I guess you can say, cusp of a good spell. Okay, so okay, this is what I got now. We got the mouse tracking, we got crit, double shot, traction, damage. This is gonna hit something and release this. We use the wand. Boom. There we go. Decent amount of mana, but if we get these on him, it's a lot of damage. And this guy is now going to be doing double laser. Not very good at... There you go. I was going to say he's not very good at aiming. And the lasers stick around for 2 seconds because we have hover. Okay, let's just continue. I'll try and think of other tricks here, but it's pretty much just destroy stuff. Spell is quite expensive. I want to get nice and close so that my wand can actually hit him. Oops, I just walked into him. There we go. We'll do this so we can see some HP. We'll keep going. We're looking for side rooms. Okay, there's one. These enemies are a little annoying. Okay. Let's take the side room. Which one is it? Okay, we got a curse room, so this one just has a bunch of curses. So that's an option. If you have a way to remove curses, like potions or something, it could be really good. Let's try this out. So my thought is it's going to track. Gonna get crit, traction, damage, double, and then it's going to split. So what it should look like is a lot of damage. Then when it's over, it splits into 3 that I can control. Or what we could do is, so this is 48 damage. This is going to gain 40% of that. I go to split instead. If I hit someone, bam, it splits into a bunch, and then those split. Could be interesting. It's going to cost me about 120 mana per cast. Let's see if it works. And that's another thing, you just kind of experiment. It could work, it could not. Seems to work alright. I'm going to take this. This is really good. It slows down people's bullets when they're in this circle. So it makes dodging very, very easy. Man is a little bit of an issue. If we're going to go up against the boss here, I want to try and get a lot of damage quickly. I'm thinking I'm going to go back to this. Lots of damage. So 176 damage is going to get put into this, so 40%. So a good amount of damage into here. This is critting all the time. We have the laser firing. Let's give it a shot. Hope our damage is there. So it's an elite, so it's only gonna drop spells. So he likes to kind of trap you in these circles here. And we got him. Hey, give me some good spells. Nice. So an upgraded multi-shot. Now it's going to be shot 3 times. Let's try this out. So now the ball is going to give Disruption Ray more damage. Okay, let's go to the shop, see what we can find. So I'll just kind of show. Now we have this. We get our other guy involved. Yeah, interesting. Let's see here. I think this is doing a lot more. Damage is kind of bad, to be honest. Let's pick up another traction. Yeah, from here on out, it's just pretty much getting as strong as you can. Alright, let's just do our thing. So it feels better. And we could break these, a couple extra coins maybe. Nice, good clear. Oh, our spider's gone. But we can always resummon him. What do we have here? Ooh, randomly upgrade a relic. So it's going to do one of these. Oh, now we get 45 shield every room. That's temporary, so it only lasts that room. Okay, so reduced damage. So yeah, these you just kind of pick. They all give you different things. Go in here, open up the side room. Okay, a puzzle. I find the easiest way to do the puzzles. Okay, so each button always does the same thing. The corners will do the ones, one this way and one this way. They all do that. Kind of see. The center does 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the sides will do center and the ones above it. So center, the ones kind of beside. So one thing I like to do is either try and get it so there's none available. This one's going to be a little tricky here. Let's get this down to 1. See, oops, what we can do. So these rooms can take a while. Okay, this is perfect. We can reset it to, if we get it to nothing, then we just go corner, corner. You just hit all the corners. Then you hit the center. Ooh, okay, we got an epic here. Pyro Core. It takes 2 slots up, but it gives 100% damage and a burnt ignite that does 220 DPS for 2 seconds. So I would need a little bit more room, but we could just go like this, and it looks really cool. So it's going to do the same because we had 2 power-ups. Let's see if I can make an extremely strong spell. Yeah, without more slots, I think this is kind of our upper limit here. But now this is 216. It's going to give 40% to here. One way to find out is to test it. Good, expansion stone, that's going to be great. So now we put this in here and give ourselves more room. And now we can go damage, damage, copy that, and put this back on. Oh no, we need the mouse tracking still. So now, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, okay, it's working. Perfect. Alright, let's try it out. 1, that's kind of the way to figure out your damage. We can definitely make it better. This is fine. Okay, let's just keep going. Looks like there's a guy in the hole that's not coming out. I guess we'll just take that. More defense. We don't have much money. But we do have some combinations we can do. Lots of stuff to combine. Okay, you know what I actually want to do? Let's reset our build here. Okay, we're actually, for what we have, we're pretty weak. Let's just continue. Let's just continue. I think I might want to go laser. Feels pretty good. Okay, now we have the final boss here. I'm just gonna stick with what I have. Probably not the best, but it is what it is. Okay, let's just go. This guy just have a couple different phases. Summon some things. No issue because we have the laser here. In this ray, yeah, he reverses your movement. Let's try lightning ball. How's this doing? So I have reversed. And this probably, let's try the ball now. Alright, with this one, I'm probably just going to go dash. Okay, got him. Then it gives you your runtime, all your details. Yeah, so I mean, most of the tips are at the beginning and kind of how to set yourself up. After that, you're just experimenting, learning the bosses, and trying to put together good spells. Then you get, basically get over like a very powerful wand. And then again we have here, I'll just grab some more space. Okay, so with this, so there's other ones that have this. So post slot, charge 3.3 points for every enemy hit with this wand. So if you hit an enemy a bunch of times, it'll charge this up, and it's basically a free spell. So let's say we had something that hit enemies very, very quickly. It can charge this up. Okay, yeah, this won't really work out very good, but it is what it is. Whatever. Okay, let's just go fight. So that was the end of the game, but then there's like a little bonus room. So this would be stage 4, but since it's not available yet, oh no, this is a terrible idea for a spell. Yeah, so it pretty much takes you out unless you have a very specific build. But yeah, so those are my tips and I guess how to navigate and help and get your best run. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the subscriptions. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.